Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro. This is the off-road version of the Kia Sportage and this is the second highest trim. The highest trim is the X Pro Prestige, but let me go ahead and show you all the features this X Pro has. Under the hood there is a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 187 horsepower and 178 pound-feet of torque for 36,000. I really wish that this Sportage had a bigger engine or a turbocharged engine. And fuel economy numbers are not too impressive. 23 in the city, 28 highway, and 25 combined. Here is the MSRP sticker of this 2023 Sportage. And here are the standard features this X Pro has. If you guys are interested, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price with destination is $36,420. If you guys are curious about the color is called Blue Sapphire, and it does look pretty good on this 2023 Kia Sportage. And this one is the X Pro. There is the X Pro Prestige. And as I said, there is 7 trims. There is the LX, EX, X Line, SX, SX Prestige, X Pro, and X Pro Prestige. So there's a good amount of trims to choose from. And this one is the second highest trim you could buy. Coming to the front, I think the front end looks pretty good. And the grille is different on this X Pro. The LX I reviewed had a slightly different grille, and it was finished in flat black. This one is finished in gloss black, but it does look very good. Does have that brushed aluminum trim right here in the front. The Kia logo is nice and big. Of course, it's the updated one. And for the headlights, I really don't like what Kia did here in the front for the headlights. So now everything right here in the front is LED for $34,000. I really wish that Kia added LED turn signal indicators. So the only thing that is not LED is the turn signal indicators here in the front. Beautiful LED daytime running light. High and low beam are sitting in reflectors, and they are LED. But for $34,000, I really wish that Kia added LED turn signal indicators. And on something like a base trim Honda CR-V, you do get front LED turn signal indicators, but on this Sportage, and this is almost the highest trim, you don't get LED turn signal indicators. In the front there is a bottom grille. Here is the sensor for the braking assist, and there is some fog lights here in the front. They're LED. And something that I really don't like is this fake vent right here. This is not functional. A lot of SUVs and cars have this vent on the side functional. But yeah, I think the front end of this Sportage looks pretty good. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this 2023 Kia Sportage. Here is the side view of this SUV, and it does look very good in this blue sapphire color. Anyways, I love the gloss black trims and the flat black trims. So there is a good amount of flat black in the bottom with some brushed aluminum, and all the window trims are finished in gloss black. The mirror is finished in gloss black, and it does have a turn signal indicator and a blind spot monitoring system on it. On the roof there is gloss black roof rails and a panoramic sunroof that looks very good when it's open. And overall, I think this SUV looks very nice from the side. The ground clearance is 8.3 inches, and for the rims, they have a nice design to them. They're finished in matte black, and the size is 235, 65, 17. So there is a good amount of rubber on those rims, which I like, and of course that's good for off-roading. This one is the off-road version of the Kia Sportage, and it does have the all-terrain tires. They're nice and aggressive for off-roading. And yeah, overall, I think the side view looks very good on this Sportage. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this 2023 Kia Sportage. Here is the back of this Kia Sportage, and the back looks pretty good. And I really like this blue color. It goes really good with the gloss black trims. The spoiler has a nice design to it. Here is the third brake light. And the wiper is actually hidden underneath the spoiler, so that's good. Right here. And it just makes the back of this Sportage nice and clean. For the taillights, now everything right here in the back is LED, just like the front. And I think Kia could have made everything right here in the back LED. So the running light is LED, turn signal indicators and the brake light are halogen, and the reverse is located in the bottom, and it is LED, so that's good. Reflectors have a nice design to them, and I really like the lower, or the bumper on this Sportage. It does have a nice design to it. There is rear parking sensors here in the back. Diffuser has a nice design to it. It does give the back of this Sportage a more rugged look. The X Pro badge is to the right, and Sportage is on the left, and Kia logo is nice and big. And I really like this gloss black trim. The surrounding of the taillights is finished in gloss black, and yeah, the back looks pretty good, but I feel like this lower part is a little bit on the cheaper side. I really wish this was body colored. So the tailgate, I really wish the whole tailgate was blue, not blue and black or flat black. Here's the key of this Kia Sportage. It looks good, has a really nice weight to it. There is the remote start button right here, the new Kia logo, and the buttons are on the side. I'm not a big fan of the buttons being on the side, so I prefer the buttons being in the front. Anyways, there is lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic button, and there is a physical key inside of this key. Let's go ahead and open the tailgate. It does have power lift gate, and tailgate opens nice and quick. And up here there is a button to close the tailgate, a handle, which I like, and inside there is actually a good amount of space. The trunk is nice and wide and nice and deep. And right here on the left there is a 12-volt LED light. Here is the handle to drop the left seat down, another handle to drop the right seat down. And by the way, this Sportage has the Harman Kardon sound system. And in the bottom there is the spare tire with the jack and the jack tools, and there is storage places on the left and right, so you could store things inside of those cubbies, and a little bit of storage place around the spare tire. But the back of this Sportage is nice and spacious. Actually, let me go ahead and drive the seats down, and I have to go up there to actually lock them in place and move the passenger seat to the front. So let me go ahead and do that and show you how the back of this Sportage looks like with the seats down. Alright, so I just dropped the seats down, and there is a ton of space with the seats down, and the seats do go nice and flat, so that's good. And yeah, overall very impressed with the amount of space in the back of this Sportage. For the door handle, it does not have a sensor right behind it, so to lock and unlock this SUV you have to click on this button. Here is the front door panel, and the front door panel has an okay design to it. Nothing really crazy, but there is a good amount of soft materials on it. So this top portion right here is nice and soft, and door handle feels nice and solid, finished in brushed aluminum. There's some gloss black right here. I'm not sure about how I feel about this wood. This is more like an off-road vehicle, so I don't think this wood actually matches this vehicle. I think this should have been more of like a rugged looking trim. Memory seats, and here are the window switches. They look okay. The surrounding is finished in gloss black. The front two windows are automatic up and down, mirror controls and door locks right there, and the armrest is very nice and soft. This is nice and soft, so almost everything on this door panel is soft. This trim right here is plastic. This is plastic in the bottom, which is completely fine. Reflector, and an okay storage place in the bottom of this door. Harman Kardon sound system. Speaker has an okay design to it. And for the seats, honestly they're nice and comfortable, and I really like the design of those seats. And of course they're powered with lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside the Sportage, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here's the interior of this 2023 Kia Sportage, and honestly the interior looks good, and as I said, the seats are nice and comfortable, and seeing out of this SUV is very, very good. I really like this extra window right there. You could see very easily, and the mirrors are nice and big. And yeah, overall the interior looks very, very nice. There is two massive 12.3-inch screens, so there is a cluster display in front of me, and there is a touch screen. Let's go ahead and swipe to the left, and here is the main screen. And yeah, seriously, the interior looks very, very nice. Steering wheel has a nice thickness, and the design overall I think looks good. There's some brushed aluminum on the steering wheel, and of course it's wrapped in leather, which is expected from $36,000 SUV. Right here on the left there is the volume controls, voice command, phone controls, And on the right is the safety features with this button right here that will control the center of this 12.3-inch screen. In some menus you could go up and down. And the screens are very high quality screens, so the resolution is very, very good. Behind the steering wheel there is the headlight controls with the fog light controls and turn signal controls, and on the right is the wiper controls for the front and back. And air vents look good, finished in gloss black. There's some brushed aluminum in the inner part of those vents, and in the bottom there is electronic brake, traction control, brightness control, and tailgate release. I really like the gloss black and the brushed aluminum right here. And as I said, this is a 12.3-inch screen. Kia system is very nice and responsive, and this Kia Sportage has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for $36,000. I really wish that Kia made CarPlay wireless, but no big deal. And overall, the system is nice and responsive. And by the way, here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is actually good. Rear parking sensors, but there's no front parking sensors on this X Pro trim for $36,000. I really wish that Kia added front parking sensors, and I really wish they added different views. They only have the down view and the top, the normal view, and I really wish they added 360 for $36,000. And air vents look good. Again, guys, I'm not a big fan of this wood trim on this off-roady SUV. And for the climate controls, they're very easy to use. Basically, this whole thing right here is an LCD screen. If you click this right here, that will toggle to this menu right here. Let's say if you want to go to map, that will take you to maps. So a few shortcuts right here. If you click this button right here, it will toggle back to the climate controls. Very easy to use. And if you actually toggle back to this, this will be the volume and power button, and that will be the tune knob. And if you go back, it will change to the temperature. So very nice. And I think the first car to get it in Kia was the EV6, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so that's the temperature right here. This Sportage has dual climate control with an automatic function. And coming down, there is a wireless phone charger, nice deep storage place, 2 USBs and 112 volt. And here is a shifter that will control the 8-speed automatic transmission. The shifter itself is a little bit on the bigger side, and it does have plus and minus, which is good, but there is no paddle shifters. And yeah, the shifter itself reminds me of older Kia products. I really think that Kia should have changed the shifter. And here is the engine start stop. It does have a brushed aluminum ring around it. This is finished in gloss black, some brushed aluminum around the shifter, which is nice. And for $36,000, I really wish it had ventilated seats, heated seats, 3 stages for the driver and passenger, and heated steering wheel, which is nice. The cup holders have a nice design to them, so you could basically tuck them in if you want to, if you're not using them. And if you want to use one of them, you could just click this button, and that will bring the cup holder out. And yeah, very nice and clever. And down here there is a few buttons. There is the drive modes, and this is the lock button. So when you click this button, all the wheels will rotate and spin at the same time if you're stuck in snow or mud. Hill descent, brake hold. This is the engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off. A button to turn on the camera, and the parking sensors. And for the drive modes, there is normal, sport, smart, snow, and the gauges do change, so that's nice. So basically the only time it changes when you put it in sport mode. And glove box is an okay size, and the armrest is a little bit on the harder side, but it does feel nice and smooth. And inside there's an okay storage place. For a higher trim like this, I really wish that Kia added a 12 volt or USB inside. And rear view mirror is good size, and the bezels are nice and thin, but there is no garage controls underneath this mirror. For a trim like this one, I really wish that Kia added garage controls. Here is the Kia Connect SOS. By the way, there is some gloss black right here, and those lights are touch sensitive, so that's nice, and just adds a premium feel to this Kia. This button right here will turn on all the lights in this SUV, and the other button will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And by the way, they're LED, so that's good. And this SUV has a panoramic sunroof, as I said, and let's see if we could open it more. So this is the max it opens, and I really wish I opened a little bit more, but this sunroof brings in a lot of light. And for the visor, nice and thick and padded, by the way. And there is a halogen light. Not a big fan of that. Everything is LED, so I really wish they added an LED light up there. And the mirror is actually massive in this SUV, so good job on the mirror, but not so good job on this light. Coming to the back door panel, doesn't have the same design as the front, but Kia cheaped out back here. So this right here is plastic. This is actually nice and soft, so that's good. So I'm glad that they did not make everything plastic here in the back. So this is soft, and this is soft, and this right here is plastic. More of that wood trim, which I'm not a big fan of. The door handle feels nice and solid, and I really like the design of it. Here is the window switch. This is finished in gloss black, and plastic in the bottom, which is expected. Harman Kardon sound system, as I said, and a little bit of storage place in this back door. I really wish that they made the speaker smaller and the storage place bigger. And for the back seats, I'm not gonna lie, there is a ton of space. The legroom is very good, and the headroom is good, even with this panoramic sunroof. And the seats recline a lot, and I always love it when seats recline a lot. Some SUVs have 1 or 2 or 3 position, but this Sportage has a ton of recline positions. Here is the handle to control the recline, and the seats have the same design as the front. And here is the armrest. The armrest is nice and soft, a little bit on the harder side. There is 2 cup holders, very small cup holders, and by the way, there is 2 USB-Cs on the side of the seats, and there is some pockets back here. I don't see this a lot, so good job, Kia. Air vents in the back, and storage place in the bottom. And that's how the front of this Sportage looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Kia Sportage X Pro. I would like to thank Trevor and Napoli Kia here in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this Kia Sportage. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.